I am gonna pat you down real quick. I smell marijuana coming from the car big time. So, oh yeah, you got blunt spray up there too.
No, I do got a small thing of marijuana though.
Okay, how much? Whew.
November 27th, 2024, on an Ohio highway, troopers pulled over a black GMC for drifting over the center line. The driver had no license, but was calm in a way that didn't quite add up. What made a 20-year veteran trooper stop dead and say, "Oh my goodnesses"?
Where you headed to?
Picking my sister up for the holidays.
Where's that at?
Down there, it's 50 miles away.
Huntington, maybe?
I think so. Or like right by.
Okay.
It's
Don't think that's what I need. I'm gonna come with that side there, okay?
Oh, it's right. Oh,
that's all. Well, that's all the like paperwork for the truck. It's not the actual rental agreement.
Okay.
I'll have you come back here with me real quick since you don't have a driver's license.
Okay.
And we'll figure out what we're gonna do.
For sure. My shoes over here.
Yeah, you can find later. Pick over and grab them. Oh. I am gonna pat you down real quick. I smell marijuana coming from the car big time. So, oh yeah, you got blunt spray up there too.
No, I do got a small thing of marijuana though.
Okay, how much you have?
Like 2 grams.
2 grams. I'm just gonna pat you down real quick.
Oh, yeah,
have you have a seat back here, and then nothing on you's gonna stick me in front, buddy.
Oh, sorry. No. Oh no.
No, you're fine. All right, now check up between your legs here, man. I'm gonna catch you off guard. All right, buddy, you can have a seat back here for me real quick. So is there somebody from Huntington that can come pick you up since you don't have a driver's license? Somebody that figured out how to get here?
I can call.
Okay. Swing your feet in there, and I'll issue the citation real quick, and then we'll figure it out.
So, just to be, like I said, to be honest with you ahead of time, because like I said, I just like before, you know what I'm saying, this is my first trip. I understand that, I ain't really supposed to be driving.
Yeah, you don't have a license.
So, like I said, I don't got no excuse, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to run into, look at my name and then okay, he ain't got no license.
Right, yeah.
I just can't, like I said.
Anything illegal in your truck, man?
No, hell no.
Go up there and I can look through it and then go find nothing?
Hell no. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, buddy. Which phone? Is there 2 phones up there?
Yeah.
Which one would you need?
The one with the black.
The black one?
Yeah.
Whew. Yep. Man, that thing reeks of weed. You say you got 2 grams up there?
Yeah, it's in the little the console.
Okay. So I go up and I check it, and I'm not gonna find anything else besides the weed, right?
Yeah, you can open up and check it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like to,
So you gotta drive all the way down here, pick your sister up, and turn around, and go back?
Shit, hell yeah, her and her wife.
So
but my mom ain't cooked in 2 years for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're suspended. They couldn't get a car to drive it themselves, or?
No.
So you gotta take them back after Thanksgiving too?
Yes, sir.
That sucks.
I know. And it's crazy because my mom was like, "Be careful." And see, my mom, she has she was already in a bad accident.
Yeah.
Or she usually does it.
Right.
But she's using the strength that she has to, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
to cook. So I just, like I said, I ain't supposed to be driving, but I took a chance on it. You know, just,
Yeah.
like I said, I had it on cruise control. You know.
Yeah, I didn't get you for speeding. I just got you for the lane violation. And when you passed me back there, I noticed your windshield was all
So,
busted up on that side.
Yeah, so I gotta take responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I said, feel free.
1784, check up.
Look in the car, ain't got nothing.
Checks.
How long you been on the force?
Almost 20 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
You OG. So what's your rank?
I'm still just a little old trooper.
What?
Yeah.
After 20 years?
I like it though.
But like, how does that work? Do you get a chance to?
Yeah, I could try to get promoted if I wanted to. I just have no desire to do it.
Okay.
I like doing what I do.
Yeah.
I got a really flexible schedule, so that's a big plus.
Yeah. I was gonna say how does that work with holidays and things?
Well, where I got the position I have, I'm pretty flexible, so I can take holidays off if I want.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yep.
Do you choose to? Like, do you have like?
Yeah, like
kids?
tomorrow I'll take off. Yeah, that's the best thing about my position is I got the flexible schedule, so I can work whenever I need to and don't miss anything with my kids.
Yeah. What kind of? How many kids you have?
3.
Ooh. Boys, girls.
I've got a girl who's 20, a son who's 18, and another one that's 15.
So you said who's the oldest?
My daughter is.
Your daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
I ain't crossed this little bit. I ain't got no kids.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. I think it's when I had my first one. I was 26.
I just haven't found no, you know.
Yep.
I haven't found no like a girl or a woman to, like, I don't have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and knowing to take responsibility. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yep.
that's why,
Yeah, actions have consequences, and if you can't handle the consequences, then
for sure.
probably shouldn't handle those actions.
Hell no.
After the search was complete, the picture became clear. 3 pounds of crystal methamphetamine, 70 grams of fentanyl, $146,000 sitting in the center console of a rental truck, right where the driver said there was nothing to find. He was handcuffed on the spot and taken to the county jail. At interrogation, he stopped talking, which, as we now know, was the right call. Just about 11 years too late. If convicted, that's exactly what he's looking at. 11 years. For a guy who was just trying to bring his sister home for Thanksgiving. With the stop established, the next legal question is the search. When the trooper detected the odor of marijuana, the Fourth Amendment analysis shifted immediately. Probable cause was established at that moment, and under Ohio law, probable cause alone authorizes a full vehicle search without a warrant. But the trooper went further and requested verbal consent. Under Schneckloth v. Bustamonte, 1973, voluntary consent is an independent exception to the warrant requirement, and the driver gave it clearly on camera. 2 legal authorizations, 1 search, no constitutional vulnerability. What happened before the search is equally significant. Long before any arrest was made, the driver voluntarily disclosed his suspended license, admitted to carrying marijuana, and identified exactly where it was located. Under Miranda v. Arizona 1966, the right to silence and the requirement for advisement apply only at the point of custodial interrogation, not during a roadside conversation the driver himself initiated. Every word spoken during this stop was admissible the moment it left his mouth. No legal challenge exists on Miranda grounds. Understanding why the consent mattered so much requires one more layer of analysis. Under United States v. Drayton, 2002, officers are under no legal obligation to inform a subject of the right to refuse a search. That right exists, but it must be exercised independently. Had the driver declined consent, the trooper's probable cause would still have authorized a search, but only after obtaining a warrant, a process that introduces judicial oversight and preserves the driver's right to challenge the search in court. By consenting, he waived every one of those protections instantly. The final legal question is the charge itself. 3 pounds of methamphetamine and 70 grams of fentanyl are not possession quantities under any reasonable interpretation. Under Ohio Revised Code Section 2925.03, trafficking in methamphetamine at bulk amounts is a felony of the first degree, the most serious classification in Ohio's criminal code, below aggravated murder. Fentanyl at these quantities falls under the same statute, with equivalent sentencing exposure. If convicted, the driver faces up to 11 years in state prison. That is the legal weight of a single decision. To put 2 words on camera, go ahead. With the legal framework established, we turn to the grades. The Ohio State Trooper receives an A. From the initial stop to the arrest, every action was legally grounded and tactically sound. The trooper identified independent probable cause before requesting consent, creating an airtight evidentiary record even if consent had been refused. De-escalation was consistent and genuine throughout, producing a cooperative subject who voluntarily provided everything the prosecution needed. No constitutional violations, no tactical concerns. This is the standard. The driver receives a C+. His cooperation and compliance are acknowledged. They prevented escalation and will likely matter at sentencing. But the driver surrendered his constitutional protections at every critical moment. He disclosed a suspended license without legal obligation. He admitted to marijuana without compulsion. He consented to a full vehicle search when he had every right to decline. The Fourth and Fifth Amendment protections available to him were not abstract. They were directly applicable and potentially decisive. None were invoked. The cost speaks for itself. 3 lessons emerge from this encounter, and the first is the most fundamental. The right to remain silent exists at every stage of a roadside stop, not just after arrest. Voluntary statements made before custody carry full legal weight. Silence cannot be used against you in court. Everything you say can be... The driver, in this case, told the trooper everything before the trooper found anything. The second lesson is just as consequential. Consent to search is optional, and declining it is legal. Probable cause may still authorize a search regardless, but forcing a warrant creates judicial oversight, defines the scope of the search, and preserves the right to challenge it in court. Go ahead, eliminated all of that in 2 words. Knowing you can say no is only useful if you are prepared to say it. The third lesson ties the first two together. Knowing your rights is not the same as exercising them under pressure. A traffic stop does not allow time for reflection. The decisions that protect you must already be made before the lights appear in your mirror. This driver knew he should not have been driving. What he did not know or did not apply was how to stop the situation from becoming irreversible. Preparation is the only thing that closes that gap. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.